Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are a beginner in research and you have a research topic in your mind but you are confused about what exactly your research problem is, then this video is for you. In today's episode, we are going to learn how to identify and write a research problem. So let's see how to convert from a simple idea into a researchable problem. Research beginnersꯤꯡꯅ topic ama choose tawba matamdadi yamna easy oi. ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯃꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯧ ꯀꯔꯝꯅ actual research problem ꯑꯃ convert ꯇꯧꯒꯗꯒꯦ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯀꯔꯝꯅ ꯏꯊꯣꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯈꯔ difficult ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯣꯛꯏ꯫ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯚꯤꯗꯤꯑꯣ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯍꯥꯛꯅ research problem ꯑꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯝꯅ identify ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ develop ꯇꯧꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯂꯁꯤ꯫ First, let us understand what a research problem actually means. Research problem habasi kaino habado amuk khangminarsi. A research problem is not simply a topic. It is a specific issue, gap in knowledge, difficulty, or unanswered question that needs to be investigated through a systematic research. So, you should be remembered that a topic is not equal to a research problem. Research problem habasi systematic research tawraga investigation tawba ngamba issue adubuni. Pakhum phangdriba question ama natragana hauji phawda research tawgrabisingi marakta laiba gap ama ogidoribani. Maramaduna topic amasung research problem anisigi marakta khenaba lay. Topic versus research problem. Anisigi khenaba adu yengsi. Topic the social media and student signer layragadi research problem the asumna develop tawbai. Thus, excessive social media use affects students' academic performance. Aduga akoina topic tadi lagadoriba si kari study tawgadage haibagi matangdani. Adubu problem da lakadoriba sina what needs to be investigated. Haibadi kari investigation tawgadage haibagi matang aduni. Social media amasung student haibasidi yamna broad over topic amani. Adubu excessive social media use na academic performance da effect tawbra. Haina question ama thulalagadi maduna research tawba yaba problem ama oigadoribani. Where do research problems come from? The sources of research problems are previous research gap, contradictory findings, practical problems, theoretical gaps, personal observation, and social or educational issues. Research problem haibasi anogbo oina aina loina create tawgadabne haibadu nate. Previous research sing paba matamda aikoida yamna kanaba phangani. Researchers singna kari tawkhrabage, kari phangba ngamlabage amadi kadai phawba answer phangba ngamdribage haina akoina khangba ngamgani. What is research gap? Research gap haibasi karino. Hauji phawba akoina kari mata khangba ngamdriba adubu research gap haina khangnai. Example ama lawrga yangsi. Previous studies found online learning can improve flexibility. Online learning na learning ke flexibility asi hengalhali. Adubu some study kai haina thekna ke matamda students experience difficulties with online learning. Students singna online learning the difficulties kya theknai. Adubu masida leriba research ke badu kaino habado mugengasi. Why do students have different experiences with online learning? Students singna online learning asida different experience theknariba adu karigino. Haibaki matang asi research gap oigadoribani. Previous studies singda akoina finding asing asi matamanadi natragana complete oide harabadi research gap lay haiba yare. Gap asi new research ama tawbagi starting point ama oigadoribani. The 5 questions method. Use these 5 questions to identify and write a strong research problem. The first question is, what is the general area or topic? Akoina kari subject interest laibage habadu khanbiro aduga aigi interest laiba broad topic ama identify tawbiro. Example oina social media amasung students asi aigi interest laiba topic ne hana lorsi. Then the next question is, what do we already know? Hauji phawda topic asigi matungina kari study tawkhre kari finding phangba ngamkhre haiba khangnabgidama research articles, books amasung previous studies sing pabiro. Masidagi akoina social media na student ni communication amasung time use the impact tawe haiba khangba ngamle. The next question is, what is still not known or unclear? Masi research gap find tawnabagi step amani. Previous study singda kari khangba ngamle, kari clear oide amasung kari study tawa yai haiba adu masidagi khangba ngamgani. Example oina social media na student ni academic performance ta kari na impact tawe haiba asi clear oiramdre. The next question is, why is it important to study? Karigidamakta masi study tawagi maru oribano. Problem asi solve tawraga student, teachers, parents, school amasung society da kari benefit phangba yai. ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ choose ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ example ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯏꯟꯅ it helps improve academic performance. The next question is how can we investigate it? Howzik problem asi matau karamna study tawgani. Variables, participants, data, research method amasung study context sing adu decide tawbiro. Haibadi students sing dagi data collect tawraga social media use amasung academic performance ki relationship asi analyze tawba yai habadu akoina khangdopa ma mathau tai. Aduna akoina strong oiba research problem ama develop tawdringaida masigi 5 question asigi answer piba ngamna bo hanabiyo. Now, let us understand how to write a good research problem. Good research problem ama haibasi clear, specific, relevant amasung research tawba ngamba oigadabani. Aduna nahangna karamba problem da investigate tawgadagi amasung kari important oiga habdo clear oina habigadabani. First, a good research problem should be clear. Clear oiba habasi easy when understand tawba amasung focus oiba haibani. Aduna research problem ama paba matamda kari study tawgadagi haiba apaba miyoy singda confuse oihaladabani. Example ama yengsi students have many problems. Masidi clear oide aduna clear oina high ke harabadi many high school students experience difficulties in maintaining regular study habits. Next, the research problem should be specific. Research problem ama habasi specific oigadabani aduna nahangna kari particular issue da study tawgadagi haba clear oina specify tawbigadabani. Problem asi yamna broad oihanba yade. Aduna example ama da yengsi education is a problem. Asumna haragadi yamna broad oigani. Aduna specific oina amuk yengsi limited access to digital learning resources may affect students' academic performance. Ahum subada a good research problem should be relevant. Relevant habasi research field na tragana society de important amasung meaningful oiba habani. Aduna research asi karamna useful oigadage haba adusu laigadabani. Another important quality is that the problem should be researchable. Researchable habisi appropriate data, research method, amasung available resources used tawraga problem asi investigate tawba ngamgani habani. Example the are students always happy? Masidi clear oide aduna asumna haraga mugengsi what is the relationship between academic stress and students' well-being? Then this can be investigated using appropriate research method and data. So, now let us look at a simple formula for writing a research problem. We can begin with an issue or topic, then identify the population or context, add the gap or variable, and finally identify the outcome of focus. Let us take an example. Aigi issue na jagana topic asina academic performance ni, population na jagana context asidana high school students ni. Masida variable asina parental involvement oigani. Finally, outcome na tragana focus asina academic performance to impact over asini. Elements sing asipun na combine tawraba matamdadi the impact of parental involvement on academic performance among high school students needs to be investigated. Haina research problem ama semgalakanin. Masina simply academic performance haibadagi hena specific oihli amasung research tawba ngabhanyani. Now, let us look at some examples of research problem. Researcher beginners in the research hoba matamda broad topic ama dagi adum pawrai adubo broad topic ama khaktana research tawba ngamdei. Topic asi gradually narrow tawgadabani amasung investigate tawba yaba specific issue ama identify tawbigadabani. Masigi process asi asumna chatkani ahambada ask, explore, focus and then find answers. Howzik education, health amasung social science dagi example amaba miyangsi. First, let's take an example from education. I give broad topic as in online learning haina choose tawrasi. Adubu online learning haibasi yamna broad oiba topic amani maramdi online learning asi perspective kaya dagi study tawba yai. Aduna masi narrow tawhanjarage aigi population asina high school students ohelasi amasung context asina rural areas ta ohelasi aduga focus asina academic achievement ne. Masiki research problem asi asumna oirakani. How does online learning affect the academic achievement of high school students in rural areas? Howzik problem asi yamna focus oire maramdi kari study da tawgadagi kanada study tawgani kadai da study tawgani masung kari outcome da focus tawgani habadu yamna clear ohele. Howzik amuk health gi example amuk yengasi broad topic asi mental health oina choose tawrasi asisu yamna broad oiba area amani. Anxiety, depression, stress, well-being, coping, amasung issue kaya ama da study tawba yai. Masi among narrow tawhanjarage exam matamda college students singi stress to oina focus tawrasi. Aduga question ama tholakani madudi, what are the major factors contributing to stress among college students during exam period? Masidi research to yaba ama oiragani maramdi population asi college students oire context asina exam period amasung main issue asi stress haina clear ohele. Haji amuk social science ki amuk yang asi broad topic asina social media ohelasi social media asisu yamna broad oiba research area amani. Aduna masi narrow amuk to hanjarage specific population adolescents asisu storasi. Amasung context asina urban communities haina ohlasi aduga outcome asina self esteem do ina focus torasi. So our research problem becomes how does social media use influence the self esteem of adolescents in urban communities. Masi oiba taragadi research ki direction asi yamna clear ohalagani. If you look at all three examples, you can see the same pattern. We start with a broad topic, then we ask questions, explore the existing literature, identify a specific population or context, and focus on a particular variable or outcome. Finally, we develop a focused research problem. Now, let us talk about some common mistakes that beginners should avoid when writing a research problem. A strong research problem is not simply about choosing an interesting topic. It needs to be clear, focused, researchable, and manageable. Let's look at the common mistakes one by one. First is making the research problem too broad. Too broad haibasi issue population natragana area kaya ama cover tawbaduni amasung depth oina study tawba ngamhandi. Example the problem faced by students haibasi yamna broad oi karamba students no primary students ra college students ra natragana university students ra aduga kari problem dano academic financial emotional social natragana health problem dar aduna problem asi narrow tawgadabadi. Example what are the major factors affecting academic performance among high school students? Asi oiragadi focus amasung research tawbada yamna easy ohengani. The second mistake is making the problem too vague. Vague research problem asi exact oina kari investigate tawgadagi haiba clear ohende. Example study of social issues haibasi vague ni social issues kaya marom lai masi paw matamda kari issue no kanai study tawgadagi kadai de study tawgadagi haiba phangba ngamdi. Adubu how does social media use influence social interaction among college students? Asunda haiba oirabadi problem asi hena clear oigani variable population amasung focus asi clear ohali. The third mistake is not identifying a research gap. Good research problem asi existing knowledge the power clear oidri haiba natragana further investigation tawgadaba area ama address tawigadaban. Example a student on teaching methods. Teaching method ki maram the research mayam tawre adubu teaching method asi mapung phana study tawdri haiba natragadi question asi asumna hangbayai. Kadai the power khangdri kari further study tawgadagi maybe previous studies na urban schools the focus tawki adubu rural school the particular context asi gi oina hoji power khangdri aduna research gap identify tawaga problem asi hana specific tawhangani. The fourth mistake is creating a problem that is not researchable. Research problem asi data appropriate method amasung measurable concept use tawraga investigate tawba ngamgadabani. Example oina how to make everyone happy. Masi suitable research problem ama oide maramdi everyone haibasi yamna broad oi. Amasung happiness asisu clear oide amasung measure tawbada one thokani. Adubu masi what factors are associated with psychological well-being among college students? Haina asumna haiba oirabadi participants in identify tawba data collect tawba variable measure tawba amasung finding analyze tawbada line ngongani. The fifth mistake is making the research problem too complex. Research problem ama important oirabasu study ama the issue mayam ama include tawbadi too complex oigani. Example solving all education problems in India. Masi yamna complex amasung broad problem ama ohengani. India da tongan by state, language, educational system, school level, socioeconomic conditions, amasung educational challenges kaya ama lay. Researcher amana limited time amasung resources ki manungda educational problem punamak akoina study tawba amadi solve tawba da yamna wana thokani. Adubu masi narrow amok taholaga yensi. What are the major barriers to digital learning among secondary school students in rural school of a selected district? Asunna haiba already population, context, amasung focus asi manageable oigani. Aduna remember tabiyo good research problem asi meaningful oigadabani. Adubu study tawba ngamgadaba size da ohingadabani. And that's it for today's episode. Today we learn how to identify and write a strong research problem from a simple idea to a clear, focused, and researchable problem. Remember, think clearly, ask wisely, and research meaningfully. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more research tips for beginners. And don't forget to check out the next episode. Thank you for watching and happy researching. See you in the next episode. And that's it for today's episode. Today we learn how to identify and write a strong research problem from a simple idea to a clear, focused, and researchable problem. Remember, think clearly, ask wisely, and research meaningfully. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more research tips for beginners. And don't forget to check out the next episode. Thank you for watching and happy researching. See you in the next video.
Subscribe my channel.